name is Dana Solomon, and I'm a pelvic floor therapist and owner of Functional Wellness, a private practice in the Boston area that specializes in house calls to soon-to-be and new mamas. Today I want to talk about body mechanics with carrying and lifting car seat. The average car seat weighs 15 pounds, and that's not including the weight of your baby, so things can get heavy very quickly. I want to talk about ways to help protect your back, your pelvic floor, and your pelvic organs when carrying and lifting a car seat today so that you can have a happy, healthy body. The first thing we're going to talk about is lifting. What I often see is the rounding of the back and coming up this way. This over time is just really gonna wear out your back muscles. This doesn't feel good. I mean, if you were gonna go to the gym and lift weights, you're like a trainer would never have you lift weights like this, right? But as new mamas, this is how we're picking up car seats. So there's 3 ways I want to show you a better way to lift the car seat. The first way is a squat. You're gonna have your feet hips width apart, toes facing the car seat, and you're gonna send your booty back, bending at the knees, coming into a nice squat. You can either hold the car seat with 2 hands on the handles, or 1 hand on the handle, 1 hand under the seat. Okay, so now I'm in a nice squat, and then I can lift up using my legs and my core, not my back, right? Now, that takes a lot of leg strength. So another way to do it is in a split squat or a lunge. So you'd come into a lunge, bend down, and come up. You're keeping a nice posture of your hip alignment and your shoulders coming up. You can try this with 1 hand if you want, but it's hard for the arms. So turning and lifting with 2 hands. Lastly is coming from the floor. So I'm in a kneeling position, a half kneeling position. I can hold baby under or 2 hands or under the seat, either way. I'm gonna come onto the ball of my back foot. I'm gonna lean forward into the front leg, and I'm gonna come up. Some other things to think about is making sure that the car seat is close to you, that you're not bringing your chest to the car seat, but the car seat's coming to your body. Same idea, if I did this, we're rounding into that spine, it's gonna put strain onto your back muscles. So keeping engagement with your core, keeping your heart up to lift. Now, another thing about lifting is I want you to exhale on the lift or blow as you go. Your diaphragm, the primary respiratory muscle, your pelvic floor, and your deep abdominals are all connected. So we want to protect the pelvic floor. We want them to all work together in order to lift baby and do the work. So I would take in a nice inhale, exhale, and then I can really recruit my core muscles to do the work instead of holding my breath. If you're holding your breath, you're putting more downward pressure on your pelvic floor, which we're really trying to avoid. We want to recruit the pelvic floor muscles and the abdominals to do the work instead of putting downward pressure. Now, let's talk about carrying the car seat. A lot of times I will see one of 2 things. I'll see this You know, I see this at like even the grocery store, like you're going out, you just need eggs or something, and you're waiting with your car seat at the store line and you're kind of leaning into one hip, you got sassy hip syndrome going on. This is really like making one side of my body short, one side long. You're throwing your shoulders and your arms out of alignment. It's gonna cause back issues in the long run. Another thing I see is this. You're leading with your hips. You're trying to compensate through using your hip muscles here. You're tucking your tailbone under and even maybe locking out your legs. So a better way to think about holding a standing position here if you have to carry the car seat is thinking about keeping the car seat close to your body and being able to keep a nice alignment. So back of your head in line with the back of your heart, in line with the back of your hips, in line with the back of your heels. And to do that, I like to rearrange the way you're holding the car seat. So there's a few ways to do it. One is 2 hands on the handle. As you can see. Another way is 1 hand on the handle, 1 hand under, and this can go the opposite way as well. Just keeping 2 hands supporting so that you don't have to rely on 1 hand. And then always switching up. So you want to be conscientious of that dominant arm that you end up putting it on one, the car seat on one side. So making sure that you're switching it up. And then another way to hold the car seat, this is a really nice way to do it if you're gonna hold the car seat one-handed, is you can slide your hand through and then you're gonna turn your arm, like your wrist, as if you were looking at your watch and hold onto the base of the handle. And then you can just stand up and go. Walking off into the sunset with baby in car seat. I hope this is helpful. No matter what, the car seat is bulky and heavy. So if you have the opportunity to use a stroller or a baby wearer, you want to use the car seat for shorter distances, shorter amounts of time, and then for longer holding and carrying and lifting, you want to use a stroller or a baby wearer. I hope this is helpful. Good luck, mamas.